Steve here from Build Your Website. In this video we're going to talk about hosting costs, and to be more specific we're going to talk about hosting costs for a typical small business like a restaurant, a plumber, hair salon, electrician, consultant, businesses of that type. Now those kind of small businesses typically employ less than 20 people, but it's not really the number of employees in the company that's the criteria. It's the number of visitors to the website. And the more visitors to the website, then generally the more sophisticated the hosting becomes and the more expensive the hosting becomes. You can't just consider hosting on its own. You also need a domain name, and for most small businesses they're going to be using what's called shared hosting, and I cover shared hosting, exactly what it means or what it does, in another video. It's the choice for most small businesses, and it's the one I use on my websites. Hosting on a shared host costs about $8 a month, and a domain name costs about $10 to $16 a year. And you'll find that you get introductory offers that reduce that normally for the first 6 months, maybe for the first year. You're talking of a total cost of approximately $106 or 78 pounds, UK pounds. Most providers will actually include a free domain name, so usually you can get rid of the domain name costs, and so it's reduced by $10 $16 a year. And I'm going to show you now a few examples. I'm going to show you an example packages on Bluehost and example packages on one-on-one, and those are the two hosting providers I actually use. Now I'm in the shared hosting page, or on the shared hosting page, let's say, for Bluehost, and you can see here it's showing me 3 packages here, and we start off with the basic package, and you should notice here that it's actually reduced by $2 to $2.95 per month. I think this is for the first year, and it goes up to $7.99, which is $8 a month after that. And you can see the plus package again reduced as an introductory offer, and it goes up to 11, etc. Now, what's the difference in the packages and which one do you need? Now, I recommend you start with the basic package. Most providers will actually let you upgrade to a more expensive package at a later date if you find that you need it. And the basic package certainly has all the features and all the capabilities you need to host a standard WordPress website for a small business. So let's go now and look at the one-on-one, and you can see they do a very similar thing, and you can see that they also have an introductory offer. This one is 12 months, it does say there, so we're very cheap, less than £1 per month for the first 12 months, and it goes up to $4.99, which is £5. And again, if we go down there, we can see all the different features of the packages. And again, the basic package should be enough for most small businesses. It's the one I actually use on one-on-one. And again, one-on-one will let you upgrade to a more expensive package at a later date if you need it. Now, when I created my first website back in 2003, 2004, these were the only choices you had available. And websites those days were built using HTML templates or PHP templates. Now today WordPress has become incredibly popular, and it's one I use on all of my sites, and the hosting providers have adapted accordingly, and they've started offering dedicated WordPress packages. What that means is that you only install WordPress on that package, whereas with any of these packages here you can install a variety of things on this package, including WordPress. But on the dedicated WordPress package you can normally only have WordPress, and they tend to offer more support, and they offer upgrades, and they offer maintenance options on those packages, but they do tend to be more expensive than the standard packages. If I show you on one-on-one and then quickly on Bluehost the WordPress options that you have. Now here's the one-on-one options. You've got the, again, basic, plus, and unlimited, and it's called Manage WordPress. You can see the prices are actually very similar to the standard website packages, but you can only have WordPress on this. You can't have other things on there. On one-on-one, incidentally, you can actually install WordPress on the basic package. That's not the basic WordPress package, that's just the basic package, the one I showed you earlier. And then you can actually, as part of the install, you can tick a little box and you can move it to manage WordPress, but that's on one-on-one. Whether or not you need managed WordPress is really a choice that you have to make. Is, do you feel comfortable with WordPress? Do you want to manage it yourself? Now, what they offer extra on here, you can see they have automatic security updates, pre-installed plugins. This can be a bit of a problem because often they won't let you install other plugins, so if you decide you need another plugin, they won't let you do it, because that's the way they can guarantee the security, by managing the plugins. And again, you've got expert support, WordPress expert support on this. On Bluehost, it tends to be quite a lot more expensive, and you can see here the basic package, they're starting at $20 a month and going all the way up to roughly $50 a month. And you can see exactly what you've got there. Now, should you go for managed WordPress or dedicated WordPress? Well, that's a choice you really need to make yourself. What I have and what I run on my sites, I run all my sites on the basic package. I have hosting with Bluehost and I have hosting with one-on-one, and I use the basic package and I install WordPress myself into that package, and I manage WordPress myself on that package. I manage my own plugins and my own updates. And if you do it that way, then hosting roughly is, I would say, £8 a month and roughly $100 a year, or about £80 a year. And if you go to the managed option or the dedicated WordPress option, then you can see you'll be paying considerably more for that option. Okay, I hope this video helped. If you go to the website, you'll find some tutorials that you might find useful. One on website hosting, and you'll find on the tutorial more details about the features provided by the hosting providers and whether you need them and what they actually do. You'll also find a review on Bluehost and a review on one-on-one. As I say, those are the two providers that I actually used. That's why I recommend them. I don't say they're the best providers, but they're the ones that I know and the ones that I've been using now since around 2003, 2004. Okay, so that's the end of the video. As I say, I hope you found it useful. If you have any comments, then you can use the comment form below. If you like the video, then you can use the like button below. If you want to be informed of new videos when I post them on the channel, then you can subscribe to the channel. If you do go over to the website, then there's also a newsletter that I publish occasionally, and if you're interested, you can subscribe to that. That's the end of the video. Until next time, bye.